Golden Eagles, Charlie Pylan, Amanda Klepp, Jenica Anglem, Jordan Bengen, and Marley Reynolds for the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. We will take a break, come back with tonight's opening tip-off and game action. It's Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks, the Ferndale Golden Eagles, the winner, third place out of the district. The loser is done for the year. We're back to Linwood right after this timeout.
For Marysville-Pilchuck, number 1, Skyline Indrafit. Number 10, Megan Owens. Number 11, Ali Romo. Number 21, Amanda Clark. Number 24, Benta Bosching. And number 42, Stephanie Struthers. The non-starters for Ferndale. Number 3, Carly Ammerman. Number 4, Shelby Slaughter. Number 12, Gary Correa. Number 20, Nisha Washington. Number 30, Kendall Houlihan. Number 32, Maggie Edison. And now your starting lineups. For Marysville-Pilchuck, a 6-foot senior. Number 2, Charlie Pylan. For Ferndale, 5'5" junior. Number 11, Abby Reed. For the Tomahawks, a 5'4" senior. Number 5, Amanda Klepp. For the Golden Eagles, a 5'9" senior, number 22, Taryn Knudsen. For Marysville-Pilchuck, a 6-foot senior, number 20, Jenica Anglem. For Ferndale, a 5'11" senior, number 24, Hannah Carlson. For the Tomahawks, a 6-foot senior, number 22, Jordan Bengen. For the Golden Eagles, a 5'10" senior, number 25, Brooke Benson. And for the Tommies, a 6'1" senior, number 23, Marley Reynolds. And for the Golden Eagles, a 5'11" junior, number 34, Lindsay Honeycutt. Head coach for Marysville-Pilchuck basketball is Judy Martin. And the head coach for Golden Eagle basketball, Mike Ivey. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand, remove your hats, and join me in the saying of our Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Your officials for tonight's game, the referee is Brian Kelly. Your umpires are Dan Taylor and Tom Beaton. I'm your announcer, Tom Davis. Let's get ready for basketball!
And we welcome you back live. Tom Lafferty along with Bill Kusler, Pat Castro, and Buddy Patrick on the stats. Brandon Hamilton at the controls back at the Classic Country, 1520 KXA Studios in downtown Everett. And we are set for action between the Ferndale Golden Eagles and the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. And we're getting set for the opening tip-off and game action in just a moment as Brian Kelly's got the ball and he is ready to throw up. Actually, not throw up. He's going to throw it up, and we will be underway as the ball is in the air, and we are underway, and Marysville-Pilchuck will control. Marysville-Pilchuck, they are the visiting team tonight in their traveling red uniforms trimmed in black and white. They go deep in the corner. Charlie Pylan shoots a three, misses the three out, tapped out, but controlled by Amanda Klepp for Marysville-Pilchuck. They'll reset the offense with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Marysville's opening possession of the basketball game. Out on top of the key is Jenna Anglem. Goes left-hand side. Klepp shoots three. Bounces high off the air. No good. Rebound controlled by Ferndale. Here they come out of backcourt in their white uniforms. They're the home team tonight, trimmed in blue and gold. Around the left-hand side in a travel call. They got it to Hannah Carlson. She shuffled the pivot foot and out of bounds for Marysville-Pilchuck.
You can tell immediately how both teams want to play this ball game. Ferndale in a zone press down to a 2-3 zone, trying to clog up the middle and not allow those taller Marysville-Pilchuck players to get inside.
Shot from the top of the key, a three ball is going to come off no good. A rebound back down into the hands and up and in for Jenica Anglem. So Jenica Anglem puts the first 2 points of the board up for Marysville-Pilchuck.
Ferndale is going to want to run and try to out-quick Marysville-Pilchuck as Marysville-Pilchuck comes out in a man-to-man.
As Ferndale moving it around, moving to our right. Here's a turnaround jumper from in the paint. Off the back of the iron, no good by Lindsay Honeycutt. Kept alive by Ferndale. They'll reset the offense. Abby Reed at the point. Tries for a pass to the baseline to Taryn Knudsen. She couldn't handle it, but it was actually touched last by Marysville-Pilchuck. So it'll be Golden Eagle basketball in their own front court under the hoop with 24 on the shot clock.
Anglem, just with a big wing spread, was able to stretch out and bat that ball out of bounds.
The referee is Brian Kelly. The umpires are Tom Heaton and Dan Taylor, and we are set to go here. 24 on the shot clock, 6:43 to go in the opening quarter, and a 2-0 lead for Marysville-Pilchuck. Ferndale ball on the inbound to the top of the key. Reed, left-hand side, shot on the way at 3, rims off, no good. That one by Benson, kept alive by Marysville-Pilchuck, knocked out of bounds by Benson. So almost a steal there, but the control will still be to Marysville-Pilchuck.
Marysville-Pilchuck's guard play is going to be critical tonight, going against pressure all night long.
So up the floor, here comes the Tommies in their red uniforms, trimmed in white and black. Moving to our left, they go to the corner. Marley Reynolds feed it to the baseline off the fingertips of Marysville-Pilchuck. Jordan Bengen and out of bounds, so a turnover on this end of the floor. We go to the other end with Ferndale basketball.
Marysville-Pilchuck trying to slice some cutters in between the zone defense, and that time they got her ball player in. She just could not keep control of the basketball.
Winner number 3 out of the Northwest District to the regionals. Loser done in this ball game. Underneath, there's an interception by Charlie Pylon. She'll dribble herself out of backcourt. Thinks better of it. Spins around on the dribble, and they'll set up the offense. But a bad pass on the near side, but safe for going out of bounds by Amanda Klepp. She dribbles through traffic. Feed it right-hand side. Shot on the way by Jenica Englem. Partially blocked there. Who's kept alive by Ferndale. Out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Marysville-Pilchuck. It will be Ferndale. The other way. They're not agreeing with each other.
So they're going to discuss it.
I thought it was off Ferndale.
It's really interesting. Marysville-Pilchuck is bringing their posts out beyond the three-point line. Both Pylon and Anglem have taken three-pointers, and I would have been surprised so far that they haven't really tried to post the ball lower.
Just so you know, I was right. It was off Ferndale. It would be Marysville-Pilchuck. I'm not saying I told you so, but I told you so. It's nearly stolen as the clock is ticking down to 1 second. They'll shoot. Doesn't hit the rim. That will be a violation on the shot clock, and it will be turned right back over to Ferndale. So Marysville-Pilchuck unable to take advantage of that particular situation, so it will be Ferndale basketball. A 2-0 lead for Marysville-Pilchuck here. 5:28 to go, opening quarter here at Linwood High School. They feed it over the left-hand side as they'll just work the perimeter down low, and they throw a pass right into Jenna Englem. Jenica Englem, she plays for Marysville-Pilchuck. Down the left-hand side she goes, puts up a lay-in, no good. Kept alive on the offside by Charlie Pylon, and another bad pass. Boy, both these teams are just throwing it to each other. Jenica Englem out between the circles.
Some really good defense played. Marysville-Pilchuck dominating the boards, but it seems like Ferndale gets a hand on just about every pass.
Ferndale in the 2-3 zone. 12 on the shot clock. Amanda Klepp is working the right side. Now goes left-hand side. Charlie Pylon shoots the 3. Goes deep in the well. Comes out. No good. Rebound. Lindsay Honeycutt for Ferndale. Here come the Golden Eagles on the break. Yet to dent the scoreboard. They feed it down low. Too far down low, but free throws are coming up as they got it down to Taryn Knudsen breaking through. Probably got it about a step and a half too late in order to do anything with the basketball on the floor, but she gets fouled and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, she got bailed out. She was way underneath and drew the foul, so let's see if Ferndale can dent the scoreboard.
Reynolds picks up the foul for Marysville-Pilchuck, her first personal foul, first team foul, first free throw up and good. Second free throw is airborne, and it is also good. So that will tie the score at 2-2. They've yet to put it up on the scoreboard with 4:35 to go. Yeah, 2-2 tie over to the right-hand side. We're in the first quarter. Englem now to Pylon. Pylon top of the key, starts the dribble. Looks left, goes left to Amanda Klepp. Still on the dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Feed it left-hand side. Englem again. Little running jumper from 12. No good. Thought maybe she got fouled. She thought she got fouled, but here's a steal. As Ferndale had it, then Klepp stole it and then puts up a shot off the side of the backboard. No good. And it'll be Ferndale basketball. Coming up on the halfway mark of the first quarter, each team has 2 points.
Both teams playing very aggressively, tough defense, but also both teams showing a little bit tight. You know, in a loser-out ball game, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get your feet into the ball game.
One shot by Carlson is no good. She got her own rebound, traveled with the basketball. The second shot was no good anyway, so it'll be Marysville-Pilchuck basketball. Yeah, Bill, they're both playing like it's the first game of the year.
Well, I think it's more like they're playing.
Like
they don't want it to be the last game of the year, and so Marysville-Pilchuck getting some good looks, just not being able to put the ball in the hole.
Running down with a little one-hander up and good for Jordan Bengen. That makes it a 2-point lead again for Marysville-Pilchuck. 3:41 to go in the opening quarter. A 4-2 lead for the Tomahawks from the Western Conference North Division. Ferndale from the Northwest Conference. Both are 3A teams. Loser out of the ball game. Winner goes to the regionals next week, but it's a tough draw. We'll talk about that between games. Long cross-court pass left side to Shelby Slaughter with the basketball. Now the top of the key to Carlson. Dribble drive along the left-hand side. Puts it up off the glass and in, and we are tied at 4-4.
That was just a strong head-down dribble with the left hand over to the side, not to be denied, right to the hoop and in.
Boy, tough hands here by Taryn Knutson. Almost had a steal. Marysville-Pilchuck still controls. Cross-court pass goes left side to Pylon. Now to the right side to Klepp. Klepp looks down low. Goes to Jordan Bengen. Back to the basket. Bengen gets it back. Backing down. Puts it up and then fouled. Fouled there. She was going to go for the hook shot, but Lindsay Honeycutt hacked her on the arm. And so it'll be Honeycutt's foul, the 5'11 junior, her first personal foul, and the first team foul of the first half against Ferndale. Marysville-Pilchuck free throws coming up here. Jenica Englum at the free throw line. First one is good. Makes it 5-4. We're at 2:56 to play in the opening quarter. Game one of the doubleheader at Linwood High School. Last game of the districts. Regionals on the way. Everybody's wrapping up districts up and down the west side of the mountains here this evening. Next free throw is going to be missed, but the rebound is going to be grabbed by Charlie Pylon. And then a feed inside. It's going to be a miss, no good. Ferndale clears, coming down. Here's a running lay-in. Again, too far under the hoop for Taryn Knutson when she received the pass. Dribbling through traffic is Klepp. Goes in with the left-hand side. Lay-in good.
Wow, coast to coast. Good body control for Klepp as she goes around that final player to put the ball in the hole.
But Taryn Knutson a couple times just been a victim of late passes, and she's too far underneath. She's halfway out into the hallway before she receives the pass. This time she gets it nicely, turns around, shoots from 18, and misses no good. Knutson with the miss. Marysville-Pilchuck with the rebound. That is Bengen who brings it out of backcourt. Comes between the circles. 2:10 to play opening quarter. It's a 3-point lead for the Tomahawks. Their biggest lead of this contest. We're in the early going with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 12 on the shot clock. Back to the basket there was the Tomahawks have the ball stripped away and grabbed. Grabbed by Knutson going in. Again, too far under. Puts it up too late, and she can't hit the lay-in. It's going to be controlled by Marysville-Pilchuck. Pylon will bring it out of backcourt, gives it up to Klepp. Klepp, a long pass left-hand side. 3-ball on the way. Brings rain, no points. In the corner by Haley Romo, and the rebound controlled by Ferndale. Abby Reed. Outlet pass up the floor it comes to Kiara Knutson. They work it left-hand side. Reed again looked at the three, didn't take it. Works it down low. Too high off the fingertips of Lindsay Honeycutt, who kind of gave up on the basketball, and Marysville-Pilchuck will have it. Nearly picked off. We're going to have a clip. If it was football, that's a clip, or hitting a defenseless receiver, I think. It's going to be Abby Reed who picks up the foul. She was coming up trying for the steal, but then the Marysville-Pilchuck player stepped in front of her, and she just got hammered. First personal foul.
And Charlie Pylon is 6 foot tall, but she looks like she weighs about 90 pounds. She's really thin. Didn't take much to put her on the ground.
Long 3-ball, top of the key. No good for Haley Romo of the Tomahawks. Here they come out of backcourt. Ferndale comes down. Again, too low. Hannah Carlson can't get it. Nicely blocked. It's going to be controlled by Ferndale. Turnaround jumper on the way. A 3-ball, no good by Brooke Benson. And here comes Marysville-Pilchuck. Inside a minute to play in the opening quarter. A 7-4 lead for the Tomahawks. They will slow things down with Klepp. Out between the circles. On the dribble. Left-hand side to Englum. Now to Klepp again. Looking down low they go to Bengen. Bengen looking for a cutter to cut through. Trying to find Binta Bojang. She couldn't control it. Stolen away by Ferndale. Pull-up jumper from 18 by Reed is no good. And then it's controlled by Marysville-Pilchuck with 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter. That is Bengen out between the circles. Now they'll go cross-court left-hand side to Englum again as they work the perimeter to Klepp. Klepp back out top side. About a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 10 to shoot. Left-hand side it goes to Englum. Dribbling in, down to 5 to shoot. Backing in, turnaround hook shot blocked. The hook was no good by Bengen, blocked there by Ferndale. Here come the Golden Eagles with 1 second to go. They do not get a shot off as the horn sounds. It would not have counted had it gone in. Our score at the end of 1 quarter. It's the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 7. The Ferndale Golden Eagles 4. Snohomish County Western Conference Basketball and Classic Country 1520 KXA.
Ferndale's ball will start the second quarter of play. Violation, Golden Eagles.
Is it? We talked about cold shooting. Ferndale just 1 for 10 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Marysville-Pilchuck not much better. 3 of 14 from the field, 21%. 0 of 7 from three-point range and 1 of 2 from the line.
Tomahawks lead by 3, and they have the basketball first time here in the second quarter. They feed it right-hand side to Pylon. Kick it back out on top of the key. Dribble drive in. Through the traffic, lay it up and missed it. Jenica Anglum missed it, and then on the way out, the foul is going to be committed. Kind of a frustration foul there by Marysville-Pilchuck. Anglum dribbled between about 4 defenders, and then she commits the foul because she went through and completely missed a wide-open layup.
Yeah, I think she was surprised that no defenders rotated on the back side, and all of a sudden the basket was right there. She tried to go to her left hand and was unable to do it. And how many times does that happen when you something like that goes wrong offensively and then you get a quick foul on the other end?
That's the first on Anglum, second team, dribbling in, lay-in, no good, foul called. Lindsey Honeycutt had it right-hand side. She dribbled and split a couple of defenders, and she will go to the stripe with a foul called here on Charlie Pylon, her first personal foul, third team foul.
Honeycutt is a very strong post player, even though she is only 5'11", not really big, but she's strong and she creates the space and gives a good target to post the ball up into for a good opportunity to put the free throws down.
Both free throws go, and it's a 1-point lead for Marysville-Pilchuck at 7-6 as we played 50 seconds of the second quarter here at Linwood High School. Still to come, it's Glacier Peak and Montlake Terrace for the district championship. Now a turnaround foul line, a shot on the way, no good by Bengen. Boy, they're just right in her grill the whole time.
They are, and that ball was partially blocked as well. So Ferndale, very adept for a team that's not that big, of getting their hands on the basketball, both passing lanes and shots.
Way out on top side they go on the inbounds, and then a bad pass down low, almost stolen by Ferndale. They're going to call an offensive foul here. They're going to say Charlie Pylon used the elbow. Like you said, Bill, soaking wet, she's 94 pounds.
Yeah, she was trying to go baseline, and it's easy to lead with that forearm or elbow and try to hook your way around when you're trying to go baseline. That's exactly what she did, and picking up her second personal foul, so foul trouble for Pylon could be an issue for Marysville-Pilchuck as this game progresses.
Checking in at the point guard, a 5'5" freshman for Ferndale is Darian Camarillo. She brought it up the left-hand side, going in, laying up, no good. One more time, opportunity, too far underneath, can't connect, foul called. Hannah Carlson had the try for the lay-in. Bill, if they would just back up 1 foot, it would be easier, but they've been looking up at the underside of the hoop trying to hit lay-ins.
They did, and Pylon picks up her third. So she's going to go to the bench here with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter with 3 personal fouls.
First personal foul is no good. Pylon will go to the bench, so Julie Martin has to check out.
And Haley Romo will go in. Kind of like her. She's not afraid to shoot from way out there.
Next one on the way. It's up, and it is no good. Missed there by Carlson for Ferndale. Marysville-Pilchuck basketball. A 7-6 lead for the Tomahawks. And they have the basketball. It was 7-4, so Marysville-Pilchuck yet to score here in this second quarter. And they go to the left-hand side, a triple team there, and the ball is going to be stolen away, stripped, and then dribbled off the foot of Carlson coming out of bounds over the timeline. But Ferndale will still have it as they bring it up. Camarillo at the right wing tries to split a couple of defenders, goes down underneath and throws it right into the hands of Marley Reynolds for Marysville-Pilchuck. Ferndale will drop back on defense as they go left-hand side. Marysville-Pilchuck with it. Anglem traveled with the basketball. That is going to be 6 turnovers for Marysville-Pilchuck. 8 turnovers here in the early going of this ball game for the Ferndale Golden Eagles. Ferndale, the only 3A team in the Northwest Conference, probably should be in the Western Conference. It's just as 90 miles away every time you want to play a game. Going down in, down low. They went behind the defense, and Lindsay Honeycutt is there to lay it up and in and give Ferndale the lead.
Tell you, if I'm Ferndale, I'm posting it into Honeycutt every time down the floor and letting the offense flow through her, whether she takes the shot or kicks it back out, because she has been really effective.
Marysville-Pilchuck will try to answer with a 3 ball. Left-hand side, no good by Anglem. Kept alive by Ferndale. Traveled with the basketball. Falling down, laying on the top of a defender was Hannah Carlson, but they're going to say that she traveled or got a 2-point takedown. It was going to be one of those, either one, so it's going to be a inbounds now for Marysville-Pilchuck. Right side, Klepp, 3, good!
Both teams starting out cold shooting the basketball, and both teams starting to pick it up as Marysville-Pilchuck regains the lead.
Up by 2, 10-8, 5:17 to go in the first half. Dribble drive in for the Ferndale. Daisha Washington, and they're going to call an offensive foul. They're going to say that an illegal screen there by Hannah Carlson.
That's one of those fouls that's not the person who gets called for the foul's fault. She was going over there to set a pit. The guard started going across before she was set and really hung her out to dry. So although she got the foul call, it was totally not her fault.
So here comes Marysville-Pilchuck with it now. 30 on the shot clock, 5:05 to go in the first half. And 10-8 lead for the Tomahawks. At the right wing, that's Anglem. Anglem fed it back out on top, 15 on the shot clock. Here's a shot on the way. That's going to be an air ball, no good from 3 range by Haley Romo. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Ferndale. It'll be Marysville-Pilchuck ball.
Romo's not shy from out there, and actually, sometimes those, create some long rebounds and some offensive rebound opportunities, and that's what happened there for Marysville-Pilchuck.
Bengen will throw it in, top of the key to Anglem. Dribbles in, foul. No, jump ball is going to be called. Anglem was going to go through. No reset on the 30. It'll be 7 to shoot as Marysville-Pilchuck will have it again. Their third attempt here at the underneath. Here's too far underneath. Putting up a shot, no good by Anglem. Gets her own rebound. Back up. It's going to be partially blocked as well. Gets her own rebound one more time. This time the ball's going to be knocked away and grabbed by Ferndale. Here comes Jerry and Camarillo out of backcourt with the right-hand dribble. Looks back at Coach Mike Ivey to get the play call. She calls a play with the left hand still on the dribble. Out between the circles. Klepp on her in the defense. Turn around, looked at the 3 was Hannah Carlson. Instead they go in the corner for a 3 ball. No good by Carly Bannerman. The Golden Eagles come up empty on this possession, and here comes Klepp out of backcourt for Marysville-Pilchuck. Right side to Romo, feeding it down low. Ball's going to be stripped away and intercepted by Lindsay Honeycutt. Outlet pass coming up, traveling is the call. Daisha Washington came across the timeline right in front of Brian Kelly, the referee, and she just kept going thinking maybe he didn't notice.
And if we noticed from up here,
that's right,
then he probably did, and he did blow the whistle. So Marysville-Pilchuck gets the basketball back. I did expect a close game like this. I didn't expect quite as low scoring a game as we've seen so far. Both defenses dominating.
We are halfway through the second quarter of action. Marysville-Pilchuck with the lead. They have the ball. Count the basket. They're going to call a blocking foul as Jordan Bangan went around a couple of defenders, and rather than go to that patented hook shot, she says, I'm just going to take it to the rack, and she does, lays it up and in, and gets fouled on the way in. She'll try for a 3-point play.
That's a good lesson, that you always force that shot up, even if you don't think you have a good, decent angle, because she was kind of under the hoop, but somehow she got it up and in, missed the free throw, but Marysville-Pilchuck up by 4.
Their biggest lead of the game, 12-8 to score, 3:53 to play in the first half. Out dribbling is Abby Reed, looking long, cross-court pass to the cheerleader for Marysville-Pilchuck. She doesn't have any eligibility. She has to, in fact, she has to chase the ball into the hallway out there in Linwood High School.
It's hard to grab the ball with pom-poms in your hand. So.
But you did it for all those years. Waiting for the inbounds. Here we go. Marysville-Pilchuck ball. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. 3:41 to go in the first half. Dribble drive right-hand side. Running shot. Going to be up. No good. Foul call. Pushing foul is going to be whistled here, as Brian Kelly detected a foul, and they're going to say that it's going to be on Benson. Brooke Benson picks up the foul for Ferndale, her first personal foul, 5th team foul. Free throw here, good. First one, another one coming for Jordan Bengen. 3:35 to go. Biggest lead of the game for Marysville-Pilchuck, up by 5 at 13-8. Team fouls all even at 5 apiece.
Bengen with 5 points so far on the night.
And Reynolds will check out, as checking back in is Jenica Anglem for the Tomahawks. And also out there now is Binta Bojang is back in for the Tommies. Next free throw no good, but the rebound's going to be grabbed by Ingram, and she traveled the basketball. Ingram grabbed the rebound off the missed free throw, shuffled her feet, commits the turnover.
That could have been a travel, a foul, or a jump ball. I didn't know which. And they'll come up with the travel call.
And so here comes Ferndale, and there's Bojang gets the steal. Goes left-hand side, waiting for numbers. Didn't have any. She had 4 defenders back. So if it's hockey, she skates back out to the blue line and waits for her teammates to catch up with her. Right-hand side, long three, good! Amanda Klepp, holy smokes, she shot an NBA three, puts it through, double score on the board. It's 16-8. The score, the lead for Marysville-Pilchuck. Will take a timeout as the timeout called by Ferndale. This is Classic Country 1520 KXA.
Again, tonight's game is being broadcast live over Snohomish County and Western Washington on Classic Country 1520. KXA Radio, calling the action reminder, Tom Lafferty, Bill Kusler. Joining Fox Sports 1380, Classic Country 1520. KXA for your basketball coverage all season long.
So what we were swinging on last night was
again, ladies and gentlemen, I have to remind you about the orange cones that you have here at the scores table. Please do not walk in front of it at any time. Thank you, Mr. McMains, for showing.
Over at Edmonds Woodway High School tonight on 4A boys, 67-55. Bothell 67, Edmonds Woodway 55. The other final, and we will give you what these mean as we go along through the evening. Mercer Island defeated Seattle Prep 48-41. That will affect what's going on in these ball games as well, in the boys action and the girls action as well. Top of the key, Ferndale basketball. After they called the timeout, Tara Knutson trying to dribble, drive to the baseline, kicks it back out to Reed along the baseline. Now back out for a little hip-hop 12-footer up, and it is good for Taryn Knutson. And it's a 16-10 lead for Marysville-Pilchuck. They've led by 8 in the ball game here just a moment ago. Tomahawks in the red uniforms moving to our left as they go to Amanda Klepp, out top of the key. Now down low. Now they're going to go to Jordan Bengen, dribble it off her foot, and commits the turnover. Down the floor they go. Underneath, little running shot's going to be no good there by Taryn Knutson. Putback is up, and it is good.
Marysville-Pilchuck moving to a zone defense, and Ferndale scored easily both times, so I expect them to be back in a man-to-man in a big hurry.
Yeah, Benson got the offensive rebound and the bucket, so what was an 8-point lead is now a 4-point lead for Marysville-Pilchuck. Dribbling through, laying no good. Foul's going to be called, I think.
And kind of tripped her dancing through the lane there to get to the hoop.
I think he blew the whistle so hard it blew out of his mouth. Dan Taylor lost his whistle.
Better than inhaling it the other way.
That's true.
Then you'd squeak every time you breathe.
So the foul was whistled on Shelby Slaughter. That is her first personal foul and the 6th team foul. So it'll be Marysville-Pilchuck basketball at the baseline. Binta Bojang will throw it in to the top of the key to Anglem. Anglem closed off defensively, goes left-hand side. 3 on the way by Megan Owens, no good. Kept alive by Ferndale. And then they're going to call over and back. Dan Taylor took a moment deciding whether or not who had control. No, they're going to talk about it. I don't think she had control of it on one side before she went to the other side.
That's what Julie Martin is arguing, that there was no control. And so, you know what? To the credit of the officials, they talked about it and they got the call right. And, of course, now Mike Ivey, the coach of Ferndale, is not very happy with the change.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it happened right in front of Dan Taylor, and I think it was half of an inadvertent whistle, half of it really looked awkward anyway. So I think the right call was made, and it'll be Marysville-Pilchuck basketball. They have it moving to our left with less than 2 minutes to play in the opening half. Here's a running jumper. It's going to be no good by Klepp for the Tomahawks, controlled by the Golden Eagles. Out of backcourt they come. Left-hand side, dribbling through the lane, splitting the defender, laying good. Taryn Knutson got the pass early that time and laid it up and in. And what was an 8-point lead is a 2-point lead for Marysville-Pilchuck. Cross-court pass to the left-hand side. Anglem dribbling, changes direction, put it up with the left hand, no good. Offside rebound, grabbed by Carlson. Here comes Ferndale. They'll slow things down. Working to the right-hand side. Brooke Benson now dribbling down through, and a foul is going to be called. Hannah Carlson not afraid to try to split a couple of defenders there, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Marley Reynolds says, I was just standing there.
Not my fault. And they will whistle this one on Binta Bojang, her first personal foul. The 6th team foul for Marysville-Pilchuck. 2 free throws here for Ferndale with 1:12 to go in the first half. First one on the way, it's perfect.
Ferndale's run off 7 unanswered points to crawl within 1.
16-15. It was a double score at 16-8 when Mike Ivey called that timeout. And since then, Marysville-Pilchuck's gone bone dry. Next one, good by Carlson. And ties the score for the 3rd time tonight. And here comes Marysville-Pilchuck looking to score, looking to do anything here. Up the floor they go. Klepp has it and fouled. Abby Reed, kind of an innocent bystander. Not that innocent. She stuck out her knee as Klepp was going by.
She had that kind of exasperated smile on her face as soon as the whistle blew.
So Abby Reed with the foul. 2nd personal foul. Bonus time now, the 7th team foul. First free throw was good for Klepp.
Klepp with 9 points now to lead all scorers.
Reed will go to the bench. And checking in is Darian Camarillo, the freshman point guard for Ferndale. Next one is good as well. I thought she hit both. They didn't put them up on the scoreboard. And so it's going to be a turnover violation here. And now they finally did correct the scoreboard. I always worry about the little things. So inbounds now, 55 seconds to play, like the right score. Left-hand side. So Marysville-Pilchuck, holy Geronimo! Amanda Klepp from the 3rd row bleachers. She put it up and put it in from Walmart. It's up and in. Turnaround jumper blocked there by Klepp. Here comes Marysville-Pilchuck. But we go back the other way. Turnover back to Ferndale to Slaughter. Now out to the top of the key to Knutson. Now to Camarillo. 23 on the shot clock. We're about even on both the shot clock and the game clock. Maybe a second difference. 17 to shoot now. Camarillo with it out top of the key. Looking left, goes to the top of the key. Back to the left-hand side. Turnaround jumper. 3 ball. Rims off, no good. Benson missed, and the rebound grabbed by Marysville-Pilchuck. Jordan Bengen. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Klepp has it. Left-hand side. Bengen shoots for 3. Misses. No good at the horn sounds. The end of the first half of action, and a flurry of activity at the end. And Bill, let's talk about that last few minutes as Ferndale, it was 16-8 Marysville-Pilchuck, and they were on cruise control.
Yeah, and then Ferndale started posting the ball in low. They were getting the ball inside to Knutson and also to Honeycutt. They got some easy buckets, ran off 8 straight points to tie this at 16. And then Marysville-Pilchuck gets a couple of free throws from Amanda Klepp to go up by 2. And then she hit what must have been about a 26-footer from at least 6 feet beyond the 3-point lane to hit that 3. And she, in the quarter, she went 3 for 3 from three-point range to lead all scorers and to give Marysville-Pilchuck a 5-point lead here at halftime, 21-16.
Now stand by for our halftime features from here at Linwood High School. We've got scores of other ball games coming up. Our score at the half in the district tournament final game. Loser out, third place to the winner going to regionals. It's the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 21, the Ferndale Golden Eagles 16. Tonight's game presented by Frontier Communications on Classic Country 1520 KXA. Edmonds Woodway done for the year. Again, halftime score here, Marysville-Pilchuck 21, Ferndale 16. When we come back, Bill takes a look at all the numbers of this one. You're listening to Classic Country 1520 KX. right-hand corner for Jenna Anglum, but she will go through and go in for a shot from about 8 feet away and then puts it up and puts it in between the hoop and the backboard and just sticks there.
And they all look at each other. Who's going to jump up and get it? Finally, they throw a basketball out there to...
They'll try to dislodge it, and they will. They'll go to the arrow, possession arrow. So it will be Marysville-Pilchuck. They will retain possession with 26 on the shot clock. No, they'll reset the shot clock at 30.
That's a reset of the 30-second clock.
So here we go. Marysville-Pilchuck, after having the ball stuck up there, will be back. And here's a three. Way out top side, Amanda Klepp. Buries it from about 24 feet away.
Boy, she strapped her hard hat on and decided she's going to carry this team, and she has 16 points for Klepp.
Down to the right-hand corner, going in, backing in, backing in. Lindsay Honeycutt misses the shot and gets fouled on the way down. Yeah, Amanda Klepp shooting from Bill Kusler range out there.
Yeah, if I was
with the pom-poms.
If I was shooting clay pigeons, maybe from that far away.
So the foul whistled there on Marley Reynolds. First or second personal foul, first team foul, first free throw is good for Honeycutt. She will get another. We're exactly 1 minute into the second half of action here at Linwood tonight. Both free throws are good. It's a 4-point lead for the Tomahawks. As here we go, up the floor. Clock is yet to move. They move it to the left-hand side. Down low they go, and then kick it back out to the top to Klepp around the right-hand side. And 3 seconds in the key will be the call. And it will be a turnover committed by Marysville-Pilchuck, their 13th turnover of this ball game.
Oh, and all of a sudden, Marysville-Pilchuck going into a man-to-man full-court press here.
And fairly easily broken. Ferndale brings up left-hand side. Brooke Benson. Now Knutson as they're working inside, going through as they kick it right side to Honeycutt. Turnaround, a little hook shot is up, and it is good. And it is again a 2-point ball game. Marysville-Pilchuck leading at 24-22. Left side, Charlie Pylon has the ball stolen away. Back the other way we go. A chance for the lead for Ferndale. Bounce a pass to the baseline. Honeycutt has it. Feed it left-hand side. Lay it good for Binta Bojang. Timeout on the floor called by the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. We are tied for the fourth time tonight. It's Marysville-Pilchuck 24, Ferndale 24. We'll take a break on Classic Country 1520 KXA. Correction and retraction first. The lay-in was up and good by Hannah Carlson of Ferndale. I had the 24 for the other team all mixed up.
It's really interesting, Tom, how Ferndale, even though they're smaller, they're just going inside and working very, very well between Knutson and Honeycutt and Carlson, getting the ball in, getting really high percentage shots underneath. Marysville-Pilchuck really living and dying by the 3 ball. And you have to think there's a little bit of a concern there on the defensive end inside for Marysville-Pilchuck. They need to do something to defend those passing lanes and not give up those easy looks.
Our fourth tie of the ball game. We're tied at 24. Marysville-Pilchuck with a basketball. Dribbling in there is Anglum. Kicks it to the top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Klepp out by the center line, still on the dribble. Down to 10 on the shot clock, looking right. Goes right to Anglum again. Now starts to dribble. Still backing in. Down to 5, down to 4. She goes to the floor. Picked up there by Bengen. Throws it wildly to the far side of the floor to Pylon. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass. It was a turnover. The other way we go. It's Ferndale basketball.
Now Ferndale has gone into a man-to-man now. They've been playing zone the entire ball game, but they switched to a man-to-man because they need to have a person on Klepp to prevent her from shooting from beyond 3-point range, and it was very effective that time. Marysville-Pilchuck shot clock violation.
Up the floor, here comes Ferndale. A chance to take the lead. Down low they go. Laying up good. Hannah Carlson, another one. She's got a couple of straight buckets, and Ferndale takes the lead for only the second time to this afternoon.
Carlson 3 for 3 from the field in the third quarter, 10 points on the night.
Dribbling in for Marysville-Pilchuck, looking to stem the tide here. Dribble drive along the right side. Klepp puts it up too hard, no good. Battle for the rebound, won there by Marysville-Pilchuck. Foul called. Bingen got the rebound off the wild miss there by Klepp, and Bingen will go to the free throw line. Foul whistled here.
That was on Honeycutt, and I think she got all ball. The Ferndale crowd is very upset, and I don't blame them.
Free throw, good. First one up and good for Jordan Bingen. Ferndale actually traveled fairly well. They've got, maybe 35 or 40 students standing over there. Next free throw is up, and it is good as well. That was the first foul called there. So up the floor, here comes Ferndale as they work at the left-hand side. That's Bingen. Now at the top of the key as they work it around. 20 on the shot clock. Reed goes down low, laying up good. Reed on the nice pass goes to Taryn Knutson for the bucket, and it's a 28-26 lead for the Ferndale Golden Eagles.
Ferndale has 5 field goals in the third quarter, and every single one has been a lay-in.
Amanda Klepp shoots 3, no good. Hit the top of the superstructure of the basket, so out of bounds the play, and that will go right back the other way. It's Ferndale basketball with the lead.
That's heartbreak. It hit the wire up above, but then it went in, but no basket.
No basket up the floor. Here comes Ferndale leading at 28-26 as they work it into front court. Taryn Knutson deep in the right-hand corner. Now to Benson. Benson top of the key to Reed. Reed over the corner again. 3 on the way. Good for Taryn Knutson. Knutson with a 3 ball, and it's the biggest lead of the game for Ferndale. They lead it by 5 points here in the third quarter. The wheels have kind of come off here, and if they haven't come off there, at least the lug nuts are loose, but that'll tighten them up. There's the air wrench known as Jenica Anglem. Buries a 3 ball and pulls Marysville-Pilchuck to within 2.
Boy, both teams picking up the shooting. They were so cold at the beginning of the ball game, and now really lighting up the hoop.
Brooke Benson dribble drive to the baseline, dumps a pass over to the left-hand side to Lindsay Honeycutt, lays it up with the right hand. It's back to a 4-point lead. Ferndale with the bucket, 33-29. Golden Eagles with the lead. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Hook pass to the behind to Bingen, puts it up in traffic, missed everything. A rebound back up and no good by Marley Reynolds. Controlled by Ferndale. Golden Eagles out of backcourt. Dribble drive along the baseline. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Marysville-Pilchuck. It will still be Ferndale basketball in their front court to our left at 22 on the shot clock. 3:33 to play in the third.
Ferndale is 7 for 7 from the field here in the third quarter.
It's 33-29. Here's the inbounds, and they got it right into it. Make it 8 for 8 as Hannah Carlson got it and opens up now a 6-point lead for Ferndale at 35-29, their biggest lead of the contest. Klepp, she was hot earlier. Can she get hot again for Marysville-Pilchuck? Gets a pass off to Jenica Anglem. It's closed off the baseline. Suddenly, Ferndale's defense playing very well. Here's a runner by Anglem. It's going to be no good. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball will be called. It'll be Marysville-Pilchuck. No, Ferndale says it's theirs. They went to the jump ball earlier. It should be back the other way. It should be Ferndale basketball. It should be Ferndale ball, yeah. They went to the arrow for the stuck basketball. So the officials, Pat Castro had it right, by the way, Bill. Just all those things you say about him behind his back. He did have it right on that one.
That's that great possession arrow that he uses that really helps.
Here we go, down low. Ferndale banker, good. Lindsay Honeycutt. Suddenly, Ferndale's come alive here. They are 9 for 9 in the quarter. We're in the third, 37-29. Runner by Anglem, missed no good badly. Charlie Pylon, though, grabbed the rebound. Back to Anglem again. She'll back in, put it up too hard. Nothing but glass. Rebound controlled by Ferndale. Golden Eagles out of backcourt. Nice pass left side. Banker up, no good for Reed. And then Batang had grabbed the rebound. Bojang actually got hit to the floor after she grabbed the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on Abby Reed, and that will be her third personal foul.
When Ferndale's put 21 points on the board And then we still have 2.5 minutes in the third quarter.
This is Ferndale that scored 4 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, they like this quarter better.
2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The lead is 8, biggest lead of the contest for the Golden Eagles. The winner of this game will advance into the regional round. The loser done. Over the right-hand side it goes. Pop, 3, banker, and to the floor she goes. Jordan Bangan got hammered as she let go of the basketball. No call, but a 3-ball in. It's 37-32. We're coming up on 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
I don't think she was trying to bank it from that angle. She just barely kissed it off the glass.
Down low, foul, or actually travel is going to be called. Hannah Carlson got it on the pass, heading to the hoop, travel with the basketball. She actually got the pass before she had a chance to put it down to dribble with it. That's a 5-point lead for Ferndale. Inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Don't you dare go away. Great game here on Classic Country 1520 KXA. Right-hand side it goes. Out to the top of the key, Englum. Englum changes directions 3 times on the dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Klepp has it. She'll start the dribble across the top of the key. They switch off defensively. Great. Turnaround jumper. Good. Charlie Pylon has hit a couple of buckets here and pulls the Tomahawks to within 3 at 37-34. Full court pressure. Up the floor they come. Hannah Carlson, left wing. Looking down, breaking through there, and as the pass that was intended for Knutson, broken up there by Englum, re-stolen by Ferndale. Count the basket for Taryn Knutson. Off the steal for Ferndale. She'll go to the free throw line.
No, they're reversing it. They're calling a double dribble before the drive.
Wow.
And Marysville-Pilchuck dodged the bullet there. And you have to say, Marysville-Pilchuck very resilient. Ferndale going in that big run, and Pilchuck coming right back and only trailing by 3.
Klepp goes through, and a scoop lay-in, no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it back out to Englum. She has the ball, rims out, no good. Now a foul will be called. And it's going to be against Marysville-Pilchuck trying to grab the rebound. It's going to be Marley Reynolds.
Oh, boy, and Klepp is hurt. Oh, boy, they cannot afford to lose her.
She's already wearing an offensive lineman knee brace on that left knee, and she is going to go to the bench.
But she's limping on the other leg. So
Yeah.
I think it's the right leg that is bothering her now. And she's talking to a trainer. I don't know if it's a cramp or whatever. Hopefully it's something she can just, if it's a cramp that she can get rid of it and come back into the ball game. But
tape an aspirin to it and get back out there. 37-34, 3-point lead for Ferndale. Golden Eagle basketball moving to our left. Out at the top of the key, they're going to swing a pass to the right corner. Back out all by herself is Knutson for a 3. Tardy slip for Marley Reynolds on the defense. She never got out there, and wide open for a 3-ball. 28 seconds to go. About a 3-second differential from the shot and game clock. Top of the key, 3, good, no good. Haley Romo, not afraid to shoot, missed it. Marley Reynolds grabs the rebound, now dribbling in, forcing the shot up. This Jordan Bangan gets nothing but air, and it's going to be controlled by Ferndale. Down the floor, Ferndale, bad pass out of bounds. Back the other way we go. It'll be Marysville-Pilchuck basketball. End-to-end action here in this loser out. I love loser out ball games. You just put your foot a little harder on the gas.
Yep.
Up the floor, and that's just up here in the broadcast booth. Down to 5 seconds, down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds, working it across the timeline. Bad pass down low, and no one's going to get a shot off. We go to the fourth and final quarter. Wow, 40-34. Ferndale with the lead over the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. The fourth quarter coming up here on Classic Country, 1520 KXA.
Now, I'm assuming we're not going to do a player of the game if Ferndale wins. Was it founded by a couple named Fern and Dale? Fern and Dale Johansson.
Well, the Ferndale parents are doing a better job of the Fern on this side than the students are on the other side. They're just kind of looking at their telephones.
And the grandpa's over there, and he's really embarrassing me. But Ferndale didn't embarrass anyone on the floor there in the third quarter. 24 points they put on the board on just tremendous shooting. As Ferndale, oh my gosh, 10 of 11 from the field. in the third quarter.
And it was that one miss that really ticked everybody off.
Well, they shot 26% from the field in the first half and 90% from the field here in the third quarter to take that 6-point lead over Marysville-Pilchuck.
The fourth quarter begins, which means that third quarter became a house of horrors for the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. They're glad to be in the fourth. See what happens here as Marysville-Pilchuck controls. Here's a turnaround jumper. The Ferndale shout is getting it now, but a shot up no good. Rebound controlled by the Ferndale Golden Eagles as Bengen missed. Golden Eagles with the basketball. They lead it by 4 at 40-34. We're a half a minute into the fourth and final quarter. Still to come, the Glacier Peak and Mountain Terrace for the district championship game. Travel called on Ferndale. They commit the turnover. It'll be Marysville-Pilchuck basketball.
Marysville gets the ball back. Ferndale, as I said, 10 of 11 from the field. Marysville-Pilchuck just 4 of 15 from the field in the third quarter, although they were 3 for 6 from three-point range.
Klepp between the circles. She is back out there after coming off injured a little bit earlier. Englum will shoot from 25 for a 3 off the top of the backboard, no good. Rebound, though, controlled by Ferndale. Grabbed by Honeycutt. She feeds it forward. Missing the lay-in is Carlson. Put back by Honeycutt, no good. They're playing volleyball with the basketball. Who's got it? Foul called. Klepp is on the floor. Carlson was battling for the rebound along with a couple of others. They're going to say it's going to be Hannah Carlson, much to the delight of the Ferndale fans to our left. That's her second personal foul.
Ferndale traveled really well, didn't they? That's a long drive from up there in Whatcom County, and they have packed this side of the grandstand.
Well, we've known that. The Linden Ferndale fans, you can't probably no better fans, doesn't matter what the sport, in the state of Washington, as they really... Well, actually, there's nothing else to do up there, if you want to be perfectly honest. Out on top of the key. I'm just kidding. Klepp, here's a shot on the way. Turnaround, it's going to be an air ball, no good by Romo. She's not afraid to shoot. That was an air ball that time. Ferndale with the basketball. Dribbling out of trouble to the top of the key is Carlson. Back to the basket at the foul line. Timeout called by Mike Ivey of the Ferndale Golden Eagles, and we will step aside. With 6 minutes and 24 seconds to play in regulation time, our score, the Ferndale Golden Eagles 40, the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 34. This is no...
Catch the Classic Country 1520 KXA postgame show on your way home tonight. Tonight's broadcast crew, Tom Bill Kusler, will name the player of the game and have all tonight's stats. The next game on Classic Country 1520 KXA and Fox Sports 1380 will feature the 3A and 4A Girls Regionals all next week. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
20 KXA or our sister station, Fox Sports 1380. All the regional action will be decided tomorrow by the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. And who they will play and when they will play will all be decided tomorrow. Whether or not Ferndale or Marysville-Pilchuck will even participate next week, still to be decided. Here's a turnaround jumper off the inbounds. No good by Taryn Knudsen. Ferndale with the miss. Marysville-Pilchuck with the rebound. Here come the Tommies out of backcourt. Klepp will bring it across the timeline. Amanda Klepp feed it right side to Pylon. Dribble to the baseline. Shoots from the corner and hits a 3-ball from deep in the right-hand corner. Charlie Pylon brings the Tomahawks to within 3. I'll tell you what, Amanda Klepp spending more time on the ground this time. She came off limping earlier. This time she's diving after the basketball, and a foul is going to be on Klepp. Her first personal foul, third team foul, out of bounds for Ferndale.
I'm thinking she'd make a good middle linebacker.
Wow. She is.
Not afraid to stick her nose in there.
Bounce on the inbounds. Now to Camarillo, who's checked back into the ball game. Dribble drive at the top of the key is Brooke Benson. Feeds it down low. Honeycutt laying good. Got behind the defense and laid it up and in. Makes it a 5-point lead for Ferndale, 42-37. Now right side, here's a steal. Taken away. Karen Knudsen with it all by herself. Goes in, laying good. Taryn Knudsen off the steal and the bucket makes it 44-37. Ferndale with a 7-point lead. time starting to become a factor. Marysville-Pilchuck, a couple of empty possessions here. Tomahawks with it. Pylon shoots a three. Too hard, no good. Who's got it? Surrounded by white shirts from Ferndale. Up the floor they go. Camarillo, nice passing. Goes to the left-hand side. Laying good for Hannah Carlson. Julie Martin wants a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Let's talk about the no dribble, lots of passing for the Ferndale Golden Eagles coming up the floor on that last possession.
They are moving the ball so well, getting steals and stuff. And of their, about 13 field goals they've gotten in the second half, 11 of them have been lay-ins. They are just working the ball. Marysville-Pilchuck's defense is breaking down. Ferndale very much out-quicking them inside. And just that slashing motion, and they're able to get right to the rack. And when you're shooting lay-ins, you shoot a pretty good percentage. And, they were 10 for 11 in the third quarter. Now they're 3 of 6 in the fourth quarter. 2 of those have been lay-ins, and Ferndale is just really shredding the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawk defense at this time. So Julie Martin is in there talking to her team, really talking about defense. And, now they're looking like they're a little bit desperate. They're, casting off with some 3 balls that they, maybe some shots they wouldn't ordinarily take, kind of panicking. But, maybe it is time to panic, down by 9 here halfway through the fourth quarter.
Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Northwest District Tournament. I'm Tom Lafferty along with Bill Kusler, Pat Castro, Buddy Patrick on the stats here at Linwood tonight. Dribbling exhibition there by Amanda Klepp. The problem is she dribbled it off her knee and out of bounds. So Marysville-Pilchuck playing so well in that first half of action. They had as much as an 8-point lead. The lead is right now at 46-37, and a driving lay-in no good by Ferndale. Missed by Carlson. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Ferndale, so they'll keep it in their front court. 4:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Loser out of this ball game. Time becoming a factor. Ferndale with their biggest lead here in this fourth quarter at 46-37. On the inbounds, will they make it more? They will. Taryn Knutson with a little hook lay-in up and good, and it is 48-37.
Knutson, Carlson, and Honeycutt have all but 2 of the Ferndale points.
Up the floor they go. They've yet to put the points up on the board. Now they'll back it down low. Her turnaround is going to be no good. And it's going to be a rebound to get controlled by Bengen. And then they got it down. It's stolen away by Ferndale, laying up and good by Carlson. Bengen had it. Carlson took it, brought it down and laid it up and in. It's 50-37. That's a 13-point lead for Ferndale. Down low they go. Pylon has it. And another timeout called by Marysville-Pilchuck. I think it's time to hit the panic button, isn't it?
Yeah, Ferndale just totally dominating the second half after Marysville-Pilchuck looked so good in the first half.
It's a 13-point lead. We'll take a break right now with 50.
For Jordan Vision. Jump ball goes to Marysville-Pilchuck at 3:51.
Anglum, top of the key. Feeds it left-hand side to Pylon. As a turnaround jumper on the way. Top of the key. Banker good for Amanda Klepp. From way out topside and banked it in. 50-42. Back to an 8-point lead now. Here comes Marysville-Pilchuck. See if Ferndale can stem the tide here as they've got the basketball in front court. 20 on the shot clock. Holding the basketball high overhead is Knutson. Now starts the dribble out between the circles. Feed it right side to Reed. Reed pull-up jumper on the way. Bounces once, bounces twice, comes off, no good. Bengen grabs the rebound for the Tomahawks. Out of backcourt they come. Amanda Klepp brings it up. Feeds it right side to Anglum. Anglum starts the dribble, goes to Klepp again. 3 on the way from the top of the key. This time it will not go for Pylon. Kept alive, travel call. Kept alive by Marysville-Pilchuck, but a travel called, so turn it right back over to Ferndale.
Well, that's unfortunate. They could have cut the lead to 6 points after a 13-point deficit. They've already whittled 5 points off of that Ferndale lead, but it might be a little too late. We'll have to see. They're going to need to have a good defensive stop every possession.
Tomahawks with 19 turnovers in this ball game. Scooped lay in good. No defender stood in the way. Taryn Knutson found the way down the lane and put it up and in. Makes it a 10-point lead, 52-42. 3 for Klepp. This time is too long. Honeycutt grabs the rebound. Up the floor they go. Unmolested lay-in. No good. Missed. Back up. No good this time. The first miss by Knutson. Second by Carlson. The third time's a charm. The lay-in is up, and it is good off the rebound there. And it was finally Honeycutt who put it up and in. Timeout called by Ferndale, leading it by a dozen.
There, obviously, at this point, there is one team that wants it more than the other, because you can tell on the offensive boards that Marysville-Pilchuck kept coming down with rebounds, and then Ferndale would take it away from them, put it back up. That happened twice, and the third time was the charm to Marysville-Pilchuck. Had whittled the lead down to 8. Now it's back up to a 12-point deficit, 54-42. And so Ferndale, again, 14 points in this quarter, 24 in the third quarter after they scored just 16 points in the whole first half.
Well, and we've kind of talked about it every time we talk about the teams that come down from way up north or come up from way down south. How long does it take you for your bus legs to get over that? That's almost what Ferndale looked like in at least the first quarter when they only scored 4 points.
Yeah, it took them a while, but they have been so impressive on the inside in this game.
Klepp stops at the top of the key. Marysville-Pilchuck with the basketball. Less than 2 minutes to play and a near steal here. Klepp now to Anglum. And she's going to get fouled. Anglum will. But a precious time ticking off the clock, and it's just about out for the Tomahawks, and that is going to be a foul, but neither team anywhere close to putting the other team into the bonus. So out of bounds for Marysville-Pilchuck. They get a fresh 30. They don't need 30. They need to score within seconds here. It goes to Pylon, dribbling in, put it up with the right hand, rattles and goes. Charlie Pylon with the bucket, 54-42, but only a minute 35 to play as Ferndale will bring it down. They move the ball nicely, except this time the ball goes off the fingertips of Lindsay Honeycutt and out of bounds and out to the 164th, about where they have to go down.
Correction is 54-44. That scorekeeper is so late in putting some of those points up. He finally got them up there.
So down the floor, Marysville-Pilchuck with it. Here's a shot on the way. That's a 3 offline. No good by Anglum. Kept alive by Marysville-Pilchuck. Klepp reloads, fires. No good. This one won't go. Kept alive this time by Ferndale. Then the Golden Eagles will hold on to it, and Pylon will commit the foul with a minute 10 to go, and she will get fouled. But again, that's the 4th personal on Pylon, but that is the 4th team foul. So again, out of bounds. No free throws here, so no chance really unless you get a steal here. Inbounds. It's Ferndale basketball. They'll commit another foul, and this will be Klepp who picks up the foul here. That's her 2nd personal foul, and the 5th team foul. So still a couple of fouls to give before they even send Ferndale to the free throw line. And every time that happens, a couple, 2, 3, 4 seconds go off the time clock. Looking for the inbounds. Ferndale will get it in. It goes to Reed. Reed gets double teamed. They tie up. They're going to call a jump ball this time, and it will still be Ferndale basketball.
Well, Ferndale just getting so much from their inside players. Knutson, Carlson, and Honeycutt all with, each of them with more than 10 points in the second half. And again, just dominant performance by those interior players for Ferndale.
Dribbling in, hammered from behind. Pylon's going to pick up her 5th personal foul, I do believe. To the side of the head, a blow to the side of the head. And it will be 5 personal fouls on Charlie Pylon. That is the 6th team foul. But free throws coming up here for Taryn Knutson. Ferndale spent much of the season flirting with top 10 in all of the various polls. They're not there now, as they had been a couple times up into the 10, 9, and 8 spots, but then dropping a couple of games, coming into this ball game at 18-5 out of that Northwest Conference. Free throw here, air ball.
I don't blame her for being tired.
Yeah.
She just worked her tail off here in the second half.
So Ferndale will get a week off, maybe less than a week. Could play Friday or Saturday of next week in the regionals, all to be decided tomorrow. Next free throw is going to be a miss, kept alive by Ferndale. Hammered to the floor there, and a foul called as Honeycutt, I think, is going to visit the free throw line. And Jordan Bengen picks up the foul, her first personal foul. That finally is the 7th team foul. And 1-and-1 situation here for Honeycutt. First one is good. 55-44, and a timeout called by Julie Martin of Marysville-Pilchuck. We'll step aside with 57 seconds to play in the basketball game. It's an 11-point lead for Ferndale, 55-44.
You predicted it?
Was up and in. It's 55-47. 47 seconds to play in the basketball game.
I think Amanda Klepp has made a three-pointer for every possible angle, and she's banked a couple, and Pylon banked one in. Marysville-Pilchuck has had a lot of three balls in tonight's ball game. Just had trouble on the defensive end in the second half.
On the WestCoAthletics.com scoreboard, the 2A boys third place game goes to Anacortes, 65-52 over the Seaholm Mariners. In double overtime in girls action, Liberty defeated Holy Names down in the Sea-King 3A district, 61-57. Again, coming up between games, we'll run down what all of these mean. We had a halftime score earlier. Boys action at Mount Vernon High School in the 1As. Tulalip Heritage 36, Nia Bay 28. Inbounds pass here for Ferndale. The final 45 seconds of this basketball game. Foul's going to be called in backcourt. Hannah Carlson's going to the free throw line. And I think Haley Romo, it will be. Haley Romo picks up the foul. The 5'4" senior for Marysville-Pilchuck's first personal foul and the 8th team foul. And Hannah Carlson is at the line with 42 seconds to go and an 8-point lead for Ferndale. Next one, first one, only one. Missed it, no good. Bengen grabs the rebound. Klepp immediately up the floor. To Romo, shoots a three. Glass, that's all. Rebound controlled by Ferndale and hammered to the ground will be Brooke Benson, as she will go to the free throw line on the other end of the floor. The final 32 seconds of this contest. Marysville-Pilchuck continues to foul. And it's going to be the first personal on Megan Owens. Picks up the foul. 9th team foul. Free throw good. that makes it a 9-point lead. And Mike Ivey decides to call a timeout to extend this, and probably just to make sure everybody's still on the same page, Bill, with 32 seconds to play in the basketball game.
Yeah, this is an opportunity to talk about winning with class, talk about losing with class, and just, kind of giving appreciation. I'm sure Julie Martin is still coaching up, strategy and stuff, but, the writing's on the wall that Ferndale's going to take this victory, and just one more opportunity to give a lasting impression, of the season for Marysville-Pilchuck. And you got to remember, Marysville-Pilchuck has been playing on house money, for the last couple of weeks. They're an under 500 ball club, but all of a sudden, really catching fire late, and they can be really proud of the way they played and got to have gotten this far in the district tournament.
Free throw, no good there for Brooke Benson. Controlled by Marysville-Pilchuck. Tomahawks bring it up. Here's a long three ball by Romo. May have been partially blocked. Trying to save it from going out of bounds with Haley Romo. Couldn't do it. Give it right back over to Ferndale with 21 seconds to play in regulation time and a 9-point lead. Klepp will commit the foul in backcourt.
Yeah, there comes a point with 20 seconds left and down by 9 that the intentional fouls, kind of don't make any sense.
So double bonus now, and it'll be Hannah Carlson at the free throw line for Ferndale. 19 seconds to play. At the line, free throw on the way, good. And another one upcoming. We've got another game upcoming between the Glacier Peak Grizzlies and the Montlake Terrace Hawks. Both these teams, Glacier Peak and Montlake Terrace, will be going on to the regional tournament next week. But the district championship and a chance to cut down the nets on the line. Our next game scheduled for an 8 o'clock tip-off. We'll talk about the playoffs coming up between. Here's a steal by Ferndale. And the Golden Eagles, the final 10 seconds, shot clock is dead, and they can just dribble it out. No, they'll shoot rather than get fouled. And they will just dribble it out down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and that is it. And the Ferndale Golden Eagles will stay alive in the playoffs. They will go to the regional tournament, and they will win this ball game tonight by a final score of 58-47 over the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. So with the loss, Marysville-Pilchuck ends their season at 10-14. Ferndale improves to 19-5, and again, they will await confirmation tomorrow of where the Northwest number 3 team will play and who they will play. And that will all be decided tomorrow at the WIAA. The final score, the Ferndale Golden Eagles 58, the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 47. Stay with us. The Wesco Rap postgame show coming up next here on Classic Country 1520 KXA.
Staying off the court, please stay